UBS warns US clients as tax amnesty nears end. UBS AG has formally warned wealthy American clients that their secret Swiss accounts may be revealed to US tax authorities after next Wednesday's expiration of a US amnesty program. A UBS letter obtained by Reuters tells clients their accounts fall under a deal signed in August that ended a long-running dispute with the US government over offshore assets of US clients. The letter lands in the mailboxes of rich Americans as they decide whether to participate in the U.S. Internal Revenue Service's amnesty program. A chance to reveal income in tax havens such as Switzerland, Cayman Islands and Monaco while generally avoiding prosecution. Lawyers said the UBS letters have been received by a cross-section of clients, even those with relatively modest assets of under $1 million. Everybody who was coming to my office last week said, "It's not going to be me," said Brian Scantos, a tax lawyer at Kostelanetz and Fink in New York. In exchange for coming clean by the September 23 deadline, individuals pay back taxes and a reduced fine, while generally avoiding criminal charges. After months of tortuous negotiations that involved the Swiss government and challenged the country's tradition of banking secrecy, UBS agreed in August to disclose the names of 4,450 American holders of secret accounts at UBS. The letter obtained by Reuters said the IRS is seeking information about those with direct accounts at UBS in Switzerland and those who owned accounts indirectly through an offshore company. The letter was dated September 10. William Sharp, an attorney at Sharp Chem in Tampa, Florida, who represents American clients of UBS and was in Switzerland this week, said UBS transferred the first 500 files to Swiss authorities on September 11. When the IRS amnesty program expires, tax cheats face more costly penalties as well as possible criminal prosecution. "These people are panicking," said Paul Belling, a lawyer with Reuters Bergman, a firm working on about 300 such cases worldwide. "Basically, it's a rush for them." UBS 4-page letter spelled out a process it said may ultimately result in the submission of your account documents to the IRS, US Internal Revenue Service and the loss of the opportunity to participate in the IRS voluntary disclosure program. The letter advises clients they have 20 days to hire a representative or be assigned one by Swiss authorities who will be processing the names. It gives them a choice of having UBS act as their agent as well. The IRS refuses to say how many tax amnesty applications have been filed. However, the agency did say that during a single week in July, about 400 individuals turned themselves in under the program, 4 times higher than the number of tax evaders coming forward in all of 2008. More prosecutions soon. By coming forward voluntarily, individuals significantly minimize penalties. A taxpayer with about $1 million in an offshore account for 6 years would pay about $386,000 under the amnesty program, compared with $2.3 million under the normal regime, according to an IRS example. As part of the settlement with the US government, UBS promised to hand over the first 500 of the 4,450 names to the Swiss authorities within 60 days. The Swiss would then evaluate the cases and forward them to US officials. IRS Commissioner Doug Schuman in August urged investors with money or securities in overseas accounts to step forward before the deadline. No matter what institution you're with, the IRS is willing to pursue both the institution and the individual, Schuman said. At one time, the 4,450 accounts were worth as much as $18 billion, the IRS said. Owners of the accounts have the option to appeal their case in the Swiss legal system, but names may still be forwarded to the US government while the process plays out. In February, UBS agreed to pay $780 million to settle criminal charges that it had helped American clients evade taxes on about $20 billion concealed in offshore accounts. Late last month, the US government said it was building criminal cases against more than 150 American clients of UBS. The number of criminal probes is expected to grow. These are easy cases to prosecute, said Christopher Ruzek, an attorney at Kaplan and Drysdale and former Treasury Department official in the Clinton administration. We know as a fact that cases are being packaged and sent to Department of Justice now. So, fantastic news. If you're interested in finding out more, I've got related playlists, especially this one. Talks about the IRS, Mary Croft. You'll find that in this playlist. Your birth certificate equals money, 500 grand to 23.5 million. Offshore accounts also discussed by Stu Webb and Tom Hennigan on that playlist on the radio. And also this one with sources, the Intel News one, with sources in the YouTube's More Info. There's some of my new playlists, stewwebb.com, calling for a revolution, arrest your congressman at JFK. Related playlist, Brick Country, solves dollar collapse, New World Order standoff, Benjamin Fulford, US military White Knight news, White Knight confirmation news, what a playlist is, many YouTubes in one folder. To see my playlist, click my channel link, top right of the screen, Thank You White Knights, or go to youtube.com/thankyouwhite-knights. There it is there on the top right, next to the yellow button subscribe. This is my channel now, that's what you'll see, almost, and then you'll see playlist at the top in the middle, click that. This is what my playlist page looks like. Then press Control F to find the playlist name. If you know what it is, enter it in and find it, and then click on it to open it. Thank you to all Patriots and White Knights for what you do. youtube.com/thankyouwhite-knights.